Welcome back to the channel, and as I have been doing more of late, if there is a noteworthy development in the industry that I feel deserves its own video, I'll head back to more of that traditional single video style that I did for so many years. And for Boeing, well, they've reported a bigger loss for the second quarter of this 2024 calendar year. However, this to be expected given the ongoing crisis that is occurring internally. The American plane maker's net loss came in at USD 1.44 billion, which is pretty hefty, but I think probably one of the more telltale signs of just how hefty it is when you compare it to 2023's performance, which saw them at USD 149 million. That is around $1 billion more. However, the colossal loss in just a quarter of reporting comes at one of the plane maker's toughest times in recent years, and I feel like I've said that on multiple occasions, but you'd argue 2024 has been really challenging, and we've seen a massive reduction in overall activity, especially in the commercial aircraft division. The scaling back of activity that I speak of includes a pretty big drop in not just production, but just in terms of output period, and that especially trickles down to deliveries. Boeing has faced increased oversight from key regulator, the Federal Aviation Administration, and this oversight has seen greater focus on the plane maker's ability to produce aircraft and precise investigations into its practices. The oversight follows that door blowout incident in January 2024 aboard a 737 MAX jet with Alaska Airlines. While this did end up being a lone incident in terms of a door blowing out, the revelation following inspections of further loose bolts and production problems really has spiraled Boeing into a newfound crisis that it has yet to be able to get out of. The inability now of Boeing to increase its own production levels comes amid fears that this focus on speeding up production would cause quality lapses to return. All parties are of the firm belief that Boeing must truly take time to implement a safety culture that will last, and the view is this can't be rushed. Unfortunately, this is having a terrible impact on not just the plane maker's operational performance, but now, as I'm discussing in today's video, its finances with losses in the billions. And you've also got to consider it's trickling down to airline customers who are also feeling the financial effects. Despite a considerable loss being reported, this shouldn't be by any stretch of the imagination a shock. Boeing executives such as Brian West, who is the CFO, have stated several times this year that they're going to burn through cash rather than generate it. Furthermore, the plane maker is preparing for persistent production delays, and ultimately it's being forced to reach compensation agreements with key airline customers, alongside much more. This is all going to be costly. Boeing, remember, was promising 2024 to be a year where it would continue to rebuild and repair its supply chains, working towards certifying other valuable aircraft and also variants. However, all that progress was halted just 1 week into the year, and the manufacturer has been in damage limitation mode ever since. Therefore, 2024 could be best described as 1 step forward and 2 steps back. A new CEO set to take over from Dave Calhoun momentarily will be very important for the future of the company. They've got to get it right, and it will be an uphill battle, but there's really no other way about it. They have to sort themselves out for the greater good of not just themselves as a company, but for our aviation industry. So what are your thoughts on that pretty hefty 1.44 billion net loss from Boeing for the second quarter? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as your outlook for them for the remainder of the year.
And we'll fly.